You're watching your local election headquarters. An ABC4 News Town Hall Special, Coronavirus, a Path Forward.
Tonight, we are wrapping up our series with Utah's gubernatorial candidates on how they would move Utah forward in the era of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we have former governor and current candidate Jon Huntsman Jr. Good to have you with us. We do want to end on a topic that really cannot get enough attention, and that is our mental health. A lot of Utahns struggling right now. What is your message to them?
I want to declare war on this insidious disease. It's very personal for me. My sister died of a drug overdose exactly 10 years ago. And it was preceded by mental illness, mental health issues that nobody wanted to talk about, nobody wanted to confront. And when you look at the suicide rate in the state, we are the buckle of the suicide belt in America. The #1 leading cause of death among the 10 to 25-year-olds in the state is suicide. We are too good as a state and too good as a people to let this define us, and I won't. I will declare war on this insidious disease, and I will do what we do with education, with water, with electricity. We don't have a long-term game plan for mental health. We need to look at it longer term to see what our needs are. So what kind of infrastructure do we need? What kind of professionals do we need? What do our graduate programs and medical schools need to start producing for us to have the psychiatrists and the nurse practitioners in areas, particularly rural areas, that do not have them today? So it's impossible to scale up on this issue unless you've got the fundamental infrastructure and the will to begin with. And second of all, I would like to lead the state in a discussion that demystifies what mental illness is. I want to engage all of the major stakeholders. I know the convening power of the state, having been governor before. It's the most powerful thing a governor has. And I want to take this message to every corner and every household of the state. And I want people to feel comfortable talking about it, so we can all kind of reason together about the nature of the problem, and we have adequate resources to deal with it, both urban and rural.
You mentioned it's already a huge problem even before this pandemic, but unemployment, isolation, those can be triggers maybe that people who haven't struggled in this way are now. Are you worried about us regressing as we deal with this pandemic?
Of course I am. As I mentioned before, I think coronavirus is not just a health issue all by itself. It's an economic calamity, and it's a major mental health issue as well. And when people lose a paycheck and they're not able to care for their obligations or the loved ones, you have a single parent at home who maybe was existing on tips for the most part, and now they have nowhere to turn. And the sense of despair takes over. And in those situations, there might be underlying mental health issues that make it even worse. We can't let our great Utahns slip through the cracks during this time of despair. We've got to lift them up. We've got to come up with solutions that are better than what we had before, because COVID-19 has supercharged this issue as a challenge for all of us.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That does it for us. We really appreciate your time tonight. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Glenn. My pleasure.
All right, that does it for us, Coronavirus Path Forward. Make sure to join us next Monday for a special ABC4 Town Hall with Utah Senator Mitt Romney. We will see you back here at 10 o'clock tonight.